Back, Databricks has now officially closed one of the biggest private funding rounds in history. $10 billion in equity financing, $5 billion in debt, and it announced a surprising strategic investor as we see new coalitions being formed in the AI race. Deirdre Bosa spoke exclusively to the CEO for today's Tech Check. Deirdre.
Hey, Kelly. So the race between closed source and open source AI, that is heating up this year. Project Stargate is essentially something that supercharges OpenAI's ambitions to create bigger and more advanced large language models. But another open source faction is emerging, offering better efficiency and adaptability. So Meta's strategic investment in Databricks' latest monster funding round, that aligns two of these major players in the latter open source camp. Here's what Databricks CEO Ali Ghodsi told me earlier.
The game has completely shifted from sort of baking these massive models that take a very long time to prepare. This is what was called the pre-training and the scaling laws. To now, you can actually, for very few dollars, not much at all, actually, researchers at Berkeley showed that they could build a reasoning model for $450 just last week. So you can actually create these models that do thinking for much, much less.
So in other words, the shift essentially levels the playing field. Breakthroughs from Chinese lab DeepSeek, perhaps the biggest threat to closed source development, and raising the question, is AI model building still a good investment? Project Stargate indicates yes, but the stakes are rising for new major breakthroughs. Databricks, meanwhile, is becoming more interesting to a group of investors buying shares on the secondary market, the only way that they can because the company is not yet public. Data from Forge Global shows shares trading at a premium since about mid-December when Databricks announced its massive fundraise at a $62 billion valuation. In secondary markets, though, it's actually more valuable at $65 billion. So a big premium there, indicating strong demand were Databricks to IPO, something that Ali Ghodsi says is possible this year, Kelly.
So it is still possible. I mean, again, maybe the investors in the public markets would wish to get in a little bit earlier on, but maybe they'll have a chance before too long.
Yeah, I mean, if they do it this year, and certainly, I mean, there seems to be very strong indication just by the fact alone that it raised, $10 billion in venture investing and $5 billion in debt. And remember, this is a select group of investors that are able to do this. What the secondary markets tell us is that these are smaller, perhaps more retail investors, smaller family funds that are interested in getting into a name like this before it actually goes public. So it would be a massive, very interesting AI IPO were it to happen this year. So stay tuned.
It would feel like the time. I mean, look at the markets. Deirdre, thanks.